It's a cultural divide. I'ma get it on the floor. 40 acres in the mule. This is bigger than the music. Yeah, they tried to break the game, but you can't fake influence. Hey, I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm riding through the back like fuck. What's that one?
Oh, yes, 100.5 The Vibe, the soul of the seven cities. This is what we do. We bring amazing people to my show to talk about the great things they got going on in the community. And I have a friend here. Thank you for being a friend. She is an amazing lawyer here, has an amazing practice here, and she does a lot of great things in the community. And I'm so glad that I partnered with her with some things, and we're going to talk about all that, get to the background. But please give it up for Charlene Morring here in the building. What's going on?
Hey, hey y'all.
I'm so glad to finally have you here. And I say that a lot, but I mean this because you just do some amazing things that I feel like the people in the seven cities need to know about. So we're gonna go back a little bit. We're gonna go back a little bit and just why personal injury, why workers' compensation, why get into that part of law? You know, why did you want to get there?
Well, that story is really unique. I was raised by a blue collar father.
Great.
And he would come home, real talk. I was a little girl, and he was injuring his shoulder at work. And 3 or 4 times that happened where he fell off a ladder. So I saw firsthand where he didn't take off work. He had to go right back. And so while I was in law school, I had a good friend. I had worked with a local firm. It was Rudder and Montagna at that time. I worked there. And so when I was in law school, deciding to come back, I decided, they do such quirky law, but let me just see what that's about. And once I learned it and got into it, I was like, wow, I love this because I understand the nature of the injured worker.
Right.
I saw it firsthand, not realizing that would be so impactful in my decision to get into this area of law.
Wow. And that's what makes it so amazing with people like you that are in that type of field that can look at it another perspective and another lens.
Yeah,
from that person that gets injured,
yeah.
You know?
I think it's looking at it from the lens of how impactful that injury could impact that injured worker. Will he or she be able to feed their family?
Right.
What will they be homeless? Will they be able to eat? So those things hit home for me.
Right.
And so it was an easy decision. And I am blessed because I am the only African-American female in the nation doing what I do in my field.
In the nation.
In the nation.
Moment right here. Let's say that one more time. It's for the people in the back. You are the what?
The only.
I got cataracts in the right
ear.
ear. You're the only African. Yeah. Come on.
Yes.
Come
my
on. Give it up for black
Thank
women
you.
doing big. I love it.
Thank you. On this side of the V, I must say.
Gotcha.
And doing it in the manner in which I'm doing it. So I represent longshoremen, shipyard workers, injured state workers, and I also get a lot of people with disability because when they're injured at work, sometimes that's the end.
Yeah.
And so that kind of mirrors my practice as well. So I enjoy what I do, and I love the injured worker community.
The passion comes out. It definitely comes out. And,
if
you watched the podcast before, I always got a story. I did work, before I got in the radio, I did work in a factory for a little bit, and I had a little slight injury. I mean, someone dropped something on my foot.
Okay, how long ago was it?
Well, you know what? Hey, statute of
limitations, I don't know. What city was it?
It was in Seneca, South Carolina, and it was in 2001 maybe.
Oh, okay.
But, I'm trying to be a tough guy, you know what I'm saying? So they got my foot. They did put me on the stretcher, though.
Oh, no. Oh, wow.
My credibility went down the toilet, right?
Oh, and now you're injured for the rest of your life, and you're limited, and you had to go and be one of the best DJs in the world because of the foot. It was all that. It was the birth. It was the birth.
It was done. After that, I went ahead and said my talents are talking, not lifting boxes.
Well, that
happens, right? That's where it sparks.
Hey, it happens for a reason.
One thing I noticed with that situation, just how much, because I went to grad school after that. When I went there, I went to grad school in human resources. It shocks me to thinking about that, and then thinking about that incident, and thinking about going to grad school, how much people don't know about workers' comp because
Yeah.
there's always employees. Cause I came back to work the next day. It's like, you go back to work the next day, boy.
Right,
You
right.
laying in the house. You say you got you can get some money for that. And it's like, but in the reality, I know I'm joking around, but in the reality, a lot of people don't really know about workers' compensation. Can you give a brief, synopsis of what that really entails?
Absolutely. And so I say this as just a lawyer.
Come on, let me sit straight for this one.
I do. I educate around our state. I'm a member of the Virginia Trial Lawyers Association, as well as some other things. So I do educate other lawyers on this field because the area of workers' comp is so complex and so inconsistent with the way you would think. Right. It's no pain and suffering. It's not something that you like, oh, okay, I got injured, I slipped and fell. It is a very unique area of law that, believe it or not, started back in the Roman days.
Wow.
So a little history lesson before we get in it. So the Romans, what was happening is they was building all these Roman empires and everything, and the workers were getting injured. And they were stopping working, and they were going to sue. And so they came up with this idea of workers' comp, which allowed the employers to keep the employees and keep them working, but not be sued in tort. And tort is like that pain and suffering thing because it was basically bankrupting, I guess, them for whatever work. And then it came on down, the lines and made it over to America. And so it's very complex, but basically there's no pain and suffering. But there's a lot of areas of the law that if you are injured at work and you're unable to work, we can work through that, work with your doctors, getting you the medical treatment that you deserve, mileage reimbursement, things that people just don't understand they have. And believe it or not, there are a lot of lawyers who don't. So in this area, it's my practice basically. And so we get a lot of referrals from not just people that we've helped along the way, but a lot of other attorneys that say, I don't even know what this is.
Right.
So I dare to say that I'm an expert, but I would like to say that this is what I've done. And I've been in this industry for 26 years. I love it. I love the community. And so I love to educate my clients too. Yes. So when they call in and they have, why can't I get pain and suffering? Well, let me just tell you about this little law.
Right.
And, kind of educating them. But we can't get this, but we can get this.
Right.
And so it's really all about educating and hopefully getting that injured worker back to work. And if they can't, making sure that they're made whole as much as possible.
That is great. And thank you so much. I know I bum rushed you with that question.
No,
I appreciate
that's
you
fine.
answering that because it just shows the difference how people just really don't know. Because some people assume, ever since Friday, you know how much you can get in a slip and fall in the store?
Yeah, I ain't getting up.
Right, yeah. My neck, You know, they think it's that easy. They're going to get $1 million. They think they're going to get all that. But at the same time, it's just something that's part of our culture that may think that. And just or anybody in general, they just assume that it's a little bit more intricate than they think. And it's not going to be something that's going to happen within. Is there an average how long these cases take?
It just depends.
Okay.
Some can take years, some can take months. Really, it's the employer.
Oh, wow.
And so who you work for matters.
Gotcha.
So if you work for a good employer, sometimes they'll take care of you. You never see me.
Yeah.
If you work for an employer that doesn't necessarily value you or has an insurance company that's saying, no, you got to get rid of this person or playing little funny vibes, then I probably know you. I won't say any names because I don't want to do that. But there's some good employers out there. And that really is where it lies. And then a lot of times people get injured and then next thing you know, they don't have their job.
Right.
And people get scared. Well, will I lose my job? Well, again, that's based upon your employer. Right. Technically, they're not supposed to discriminate. They're not supposed to, do anything against you because you file a claim.
Right.
But not every employer is a good one. And then you got some out there that'll pay you, that will take care of you, and that want you back. So I'm here to educate and just to make sure that if you do have a bad employer and or develop an issue within that case, that you have somebody that kind of knows it in and out. I mean, I've been eating, sleeping, and dreaming this stuff.
This whole thing.
Oh God, I mean, it's just, and I love it.
Yeah.
And so I like to educate my clients and kind of give them some level of insight as to what to expect. And so every case is different. I've been representing some people for 15 years.
15 years. Wow. Come on. That's why. And with that being said, when do somebody they feel like they get injured at work? When should they call you? When I mean, did it
immediately?
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
And I hate to say that.
Not 3 weeks after get oh damn, my shoulder, I can't move it. No.
No. So there are tricks in every industry. And the insurance company, they know all the tricks.
Gotcha.
And so what happens is if you wait, then you've been tricked. Right. I had a true story. I had one client come in and they tricked her big time. They paid her workers' comp and told her she didn't need a lawyer. And they did that for 2 entire years. Well, guess what statute of limitations is? 2 years. The minute that 2 years left, they cut her off. She calls her adjuster, hey, what's going on? I didn't get my check. Oh, you never filed a claim. These people sometimes are not in the area, and they just don't care. They're there to manage the risk, and she had a serious, serious injury. They're there to manage the risk, and they don't manage you. They don't care. And so the sooner and the earlier you get an attorney, we can thwart all of that and ensure that your rights are protected right away. Now, luckily, she came to me. She had been turned down, this particular client, by 2 other firms in this area, larger firms that weren't willing to take the risk. Right. I said, no, let's take the risk. Go ahead. And I found a little quirky area of the law. I threatened the insurance carrier with it and turned it into a life-changing settlement for her and her family. But, that's because I know the law and I was willing to take a risk on her. But everybody's not like that. Right. So it can be tricky. So I tell clients, I don't get paid until you get paid.
There we go.
So it's easier to get an attorney early to make sure you're not making any missteps. So when that day, if it comes, that you're already ready and no one can say, well, you're too late.
Wow.
Yeah. So it can get so convoluted. You can get CLE credits, which is continuing legal education credits, from all the stuff that I know about this law. Yeah. But so it's it can be quirky, but definitely they should do it early.
That passion, that smile, that everything that you do that's all part of Morring Law, which is so amazing. You put that into the Morring Foundation.
Yes.
That has been established. That's really great. What are some big things you've been a part of with that already?
Oh, wow. So a little bit about the Morring Community Foundation. So a lot of people don't know, but 34 years ago, 34, because my son just turned 34, I was a single mother on welfare. So I had to quit college to take care of my son, and I know all too well what struggle is about. I was able to really interact and make great relationships when I went to ODU, and even then I graduated Kaufman Scholar because I didn't have money, but I had time.
Right.
And so community has always been a big thing for me. And so when we answered the call, when Danica Royster, former councilwoman in Norfolk, first gave a call of action to the community about this grocery store. And by this time now, I'm an attorney. I have my own practice. I love giving back. And I was like, oh, my God, this is awesome. So I said, I'm going to just buy as many grocery gift cards and see who else will help. At that time, Cooper Hurley, Injury Lawyers, said, Charlene, we will join you. And we birthed the grocery gift card giveaway. And so after that, I said, okay. And the community just came in and they were just donating, and they weren't getting any benefit from it, but they were just donating. Right. I said, we need to create a nonprofit so people can get a tax deduction, and so we can then start to do even more in the community. And so with that, we birthed the Morring Community Foundation with the thought that we're just going to meet people where they are. No fancy little applications and grants. We're going to raise the money and give it right back. Zero overhead, total volunteers. Nobody's getting paid. We don't have a bill the first. We just want to raise the money and then find the cause. So we did it last year. Our first cause was the grocery gift card.
Right.
And so we raised more than $25,000. And then also last year we did Creepy for a Cause.
Yes, that was great.
And that was great. And we raised $50,000 for the food bank of Southeastern Virginia, Eastern Shore. So we're now doing it again. And this year is just so amazing because we got so many sponsors.
Yes.
And
Well, people have seen it. I don't want to interrupt you, but because it's
yeah.
the first time I was out there, it almost, I'm a thug. I know you knew I was a thug. I know, You probably
Thug
see the
life,
tattoos
that's
on, you know what I'm
okay.
saying? But I got a little emotional just seeing how the community came out and knowing that it's a food desert and just the idea that if this store wasn't here, where are these people going to shop?
Where are they going to shop?
Where are they going to go to grocery stores? There's people that don't have the transportation. They don't have the means to try to get around. I can't even picture where the nearest grocery store is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So for you to do that for the Berkeley community, and it brought a tremendous joy to my soul.
It is
and that's
just
one reason
joy.
why I love coming out there. I
Yeah,
just love seeing what
yeah.
you do and seeing the light bulb go off and seeing the people going there and shopping and just, I don't know what was going on before they walked into the store, but I know when they get in there and they leave, the joy.
No
You know
empty
what I'm saying?
carts. They're happy.
No empty
We're
carts.
happy, and so we're so grateful for you because you came out. You came out on your own. The entire 100.5 vibe came
Yes.
out. Just brought the energy. Offered your help, and it is totally, for lack of better words, a vibe.
Come on.
Right?
I mean,
Right? It is totally
I
a vibe. You did not. And actually, I said that earlier.
Okay.
But it's totally a vibe, and that's what we want. We want people to feel human. We want them to enjoy the opportunity. We want them. It's a win-win.
Yeah.
To experience this grocery store
Right.
that decided to take a risk. On this community, right?
Yeah.
And then the community come in and say thank you.
Right.
And we want to see this so they can still have viable access to food, which matters.
Yeah.
When you're, no one should say, should I get my medication or should I buy food?
Right. Wow. And there's people that are making that decision.
Or I can't get food.
Uh-huh.
I need to control my diabetes, but I don't have access to the proper foods.
Right.
And so-and-so can't take me this week. So now I got to go up to a convenience store or a gas station to try to grab something.
Yeah.
So, yes, it's very, very important that we continue this mission. And we're just so blessed to have the community behind us on this. It's just been overwhelming. And I know you can say the same. I have not left, not from the first year to last, without my heart overflowing.
Yes. Same here.
And people saying, this year, no lie, the volunteers from last year must have told people, because now we have doubled in volunteers. So, and money and donations. So we're happy to do this for the community.
Great.
And it's just a blessing to be a blessing.
And it's going down on the 21st right here. February, let me go ahead and make sure I write my notes right here. February 21st. Doors open at 10 a.m. E. Palmer Supermarket. Shout out to Mike out there for doing this once again. And this year's going to be a little different now. We're doing something with the gift cards where there's going to be a different price for senior citizens. You want to go ahead and let people know?
Yes. So it's always broken our hearts to see the seniors standing outside since 5 a.m. Waiting for that 100. So it's still first come, first serve, but 65 and older, $100 gift card. Wow. So no longer, in the past we did first 25, and we just saw seniors, impacted. So if you're 65 and older, $100 gift card. So spread the word on that. And we've increased the minimum on the other gift card, so everybody else gets 75. Again, it's first come, first serve. So get in line early. Tell a friend, tell someone who's in need. That's what we want.
Yeah.
We want to give it away. We're not raising this money to keep it.
Right.
We want to give every dime away. I want to do like we did last year. We gave it all away. And when the last woman ran up with 3 kids and she had missed it, we dug in our pockets and made sure she benefited. So let's do it again, Hampton Roads.
Yes.
We need you. We need your donations.
Yes.
But we also need the folks to come out. We want to give this away.
Right. Yes, we do. We
want
give this
to.
away.
Yes.
And it's funny. I just turned 65, so on January 19th. So
Okay.
all
right.
Did I make the cut?
Yeah,
Did I
no,
make the
you
cut?
did
I ain't
not.
made the cut?
No, not over. No,
made the cut.
you're not convincing me. We're going to have to ID him.
We got it. Well,
We said no questions asked, but we're going to have to ID him. No.
Once again, I love this event. Where can people find out more information? I know we're going to be talking about it here on The Vibe, but where can they go ahead and then also become a volunteer and to donate?
Yes. Well, we are capped at volunteers.
Okay, gotcha.
But
Capped
you
at
can
volunteers.
surely come out and just enjoy in the DJ and
Yes,
see
yes.
Tone Hollywood.
Come on with it, girl.
Right.
Come on.
Yes.
Yes.
We're excited. Because remember now, y'all, we take over the grocery store.
Yes, they do.
So we take over.
Yes.
It's a whole thing.
Yes, we partying in there.
But yeah, we do. It is www.morringcommunityfoundation.org. You can go on our Instagram at Morring Foundation or Facebook. You can look for Morring Community Foundation. Just Google us. Look us up. You can donate, find out the details. We want people there.
Yes.
And we
you're
need
going
your
to.
help. Yeah.
You're going to.
It's going to be so much fun.
Yes. I can't wait to be a part of it. And thank you once again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you once again for doing this and not getting discouraged and continuing this, because the community needs it and they love it. And that's one of the reasons why I'm back here at home, to do things like this. And I'm so glad you provide
we
this.
need your energy. We need you. It's all about community, lifting each other up. And I'm appreciative because the first year you guys didn't ask, you came.
Yeah.
And we're just so appreciative.
Thank
So
you.
now we're appreciative that you sponsored and partnered with
course, we
us.
see
So
the
let's
vision.
shout out 100.5 for
Come
being
on.
a sponsor of this grand event and for coming out. And if you want to see Tone Hollywood, look, I'm plugging him now. He gonna be out there, and so we're really excited. And you might just see some people in the community that you want to rub elbows with.
Yes.
Politicians and all. So come out, and it's going to be a big old party.
Thank you so much for coming by and talking to us about this event. The door is wide open for you to come by anytime to tell us what you got going on. We really appreciate it. And thank you so much for getting the education about workers' compensation. Because somebody, y'all need to listen.
Yeah.
Pay attention.
If you're injured.
Yeah, there we go. If you're injured, there we go.
Win with us.
Thank you so much. Coming through with your main man, Tone Hollywood, right here on 100.5 The Vibe. It's Charlene in the building. That was perfect. That was great. I'm not even trying to brag on you, but that was great.
Oh, well, thank you.
really good.
You're so amazing.
Almost too good. You might be taking my job, right?
No.
I see a podcast in your future if you have time.
I will. Yeah.